Hey Paula, this is Jan Charles from Greenville, Tennessee, and this is an entry for the Entree Week for the Real Women of Philadelphia contest. Now I gotta say, I had a serious moment when I saw your entree video for week 2 of this challenge. I mean, I was all to pieces. Country ham pot pie? Are you serious? I was about to head down to Savannah and have a tussle, but I watched your video and I realized we'd gone 2 different places. So it's alright then, you just come right on in here and I'll show you how I do a pot pie. Now, I love pot pie. I gotta say, I'll put anything under a bread product and bake it off. But about 6 months ago, my daughter, Lance, who's 9, came to the kitchen and I was making a chicken pot pie, and she stuck her nose in it like she does with everything I make. And she said, "Oh, Mommy, you ought to just do bacon pot pie." Well, I did. Any of those dishes that you become known for, and there are dishes for which you become notorious, well, I tell you, this one had wanted posters of me up all over Greene County. I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, I'm going to catch you up just a little bit because I'm a little ahead of you. Alright, over here, all I've got is a package, a whole package of thick sliced bacon. And all I did was dice it and brown it up. Now, I drained off the bacon grease, and in the bacon grease, I had an 8-ounce container of sliced cremini mushrooms. And I've done this in 3 batches. I've done it in 3 batches for a reason. You know the whole Julia and Julia thing? I want them to toast. And as I have put a single layer in and let them toast, I've sprinkled it with just a touch of kosher salt and a good bit of cracked black pepper. This is my 3rd batch. Now, this batch I did something just a little bit different. I did go ahead and to the little bit of bacon grease, I added a little bit of butter. The butter is just for flavor because we're going to take this now from this beautiful little stuff that's happening. See what happens with the mushrooms? Let me show you this. See, they get toasty and golden on the outside, and that's fabulous. We want that. You know, something wonderful happens. It's almost like it intensifies the mushroominess of it, far more than sautéing them off. So it does take a few more minutes, but that's okay. I like it. I think it's well worth the effort. And it's not hard. Stick them in single layer, a little salt, a little pepper. Sit there and watch them for a minute. Flip them over, do it again. Okay, so that's all we got going on here. We're going to pull these out, and like I said, I've left, this is all in the pan that I browned off the bacon in. You know, in East Tennessee, I know you like the butter thing, but in East Tennessee we use bacon grease for everything. Alright, so I've got one kind of small yellow onion that I diced up, and this is going to go in the pan. Super easy. And then, on top of this, see that much rosemary. I don't know how much that is. It's part of a sprig. And you kind of have to watch how big your sprig is. So that's going to go in here. Alright, at this point, all I'm going to do is let those get fragrant and a little bit translucent. So in just a minute, I'll be back and I'll show you how to put together the next step. Alright, we're all nice and translucent. You can smell the rosemary. You really smell the bacon and onion, which is, I think, you know, should be bottled right up there with beautiful. Estee Lauder should look into that. Alright, so I got a couple ounces of sherry. Get the good sherry. You know, if you don't want to do that to it, you don't want to put it in your food. Alright, so we're just going to deglaze real quick. And it probably won't deglaze all the way. Not a big deal. Alright, now the fragrance is just outstanding. Alright, a little bit of flour. I've got a couple tablespoons in my little dish here. I don't think I need that much. Maybe half. About a tablespoon, I guess. Just want to give it a real quick stir through. We do want to get it nice and thick. Now the volume of this is going to be for about 6 people. It's not a huge pie. I think you could put chicken in it if you wanted to, but I think that would be doing a disservice to your bacon. Alright, so there we go. Next, our next step is the cream cheese. We're going to use half a package, so we're going to go with about 4 ounces. We'll squish it in. Ooh, this is nice. So I had this one at room temperature, so it's really going to melt quickly. Alright, there it goes. Now, if you want to, at this point, you can pull the rosemary out. Frankly, I treat it a lot like a bay leaf. In this recipe, it will not fully fall off and the little leaves go into your dish. It'll hold together. We're just not going to cook it that long. Besides, I've pulled a really cool trick on my kids if you want to try it. I've told them all that it's good luck to get the bay leaf or the rosemary or whatever it is. Alright, so everybody in the pool. There goes the onions. And our bacon. Get rid of that. And we're running off camera, I'm sorry. So now we're going to stir it together. And really the only part of this dish that takes any time much, oh no, I didn't lose a mushroom. Here we go. Is crisping off the bacon. Alright, now you can see how that's all kind of starting to seize up from the flour. So this is now we want to enter in. You can use whole milk or half and half. A little bit at a time. Kind of work it in. See that? We're going to drop our heat so we don't curdle our cream. What I have here actually is about half whole milk and half cream. So just work this in. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to incorporate. And all we want to do here, you want to keep that boiling from happening. So you don't want to break it. All we're doing here is we're going to let that flour, cream cheese do their magic little happenings on the rest of the ingredients. Oh, there we go. Alright, you see that? That's our filling for our bacon pot pie coming together. Alright, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to spin it into my pie plate. Then I'm going to be back in a second and show you what I top this puppy off with. How about that? We ready to go? Alright, so everybody went into the pie pan. And all I did was I had a couple of chopped up green onions that I scattered over the top. And now these little lovelies are a drop biscuit that I made. I did it real quick. Butter, cream cheese, flour, buttermilk, a little bit of Parmesan, lots of cracked black pepper, a little baking powder, and some buttermilk. And that's all there is to it. I squeeze it up in my food processor, and I have my little disher doodaddy thing. And all that does is right on top. Now, the rest of my half and half stuff that I didn't use, it's going to go right on top. Now, this will help the biscuits brown up and get golden. I've got my oven on 400. I'm going to slap that in there. And when I come back, you will find out exactly how we take pot pie off the hillbilly hook. Uh-oh. Here we go. Alright. I'm speechless. I tell you, that doesn't ever happen. Alright, so we ended up at 400 degrees with about 25 minutes in the oven. And really, all you're looking for is this, you know, that golden thing to be happening with your biscuits. It's bubbly. And the fragrance is unbelievable. So let's come across here. That's too big for my spoon. I'm getting all happy about it. Oh, but you can see the inside of that biscuit. Look at that. Alright, look, 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 look. Oh, I love it, look. See? Ooh, my cameraman's going to burn himself trying to get in here. Alright, so the inside all came together. Oh, I need more than that. That's what you get if you're not working a farm every day, huh? There we go. That's better. Let's fix it up like I do for my brothers. Alright, so now, I know a lot of places, and I love to use fresh parsley. Love it, love it. But in this dish, I really wanted to go completely East Tennessee. And here, we don't do much with the parsley. It's a little bit of fresh green onion. So we like to hit what we get out of our own gardens. You know, I had never even seen flat leaf parsley until about 15 years ago, and I finally moved to Birmingham. Alright, Paula baby, this is pot pie, East Tennessee style. This is our bacon pot pie with toasted cremini mushrooms and a cream cheese Parmesan drop biscuit. I would really like to serve this straight to you.